billionaire and free speech warrior Elon Musk has bought Twitter, but what happens next? He's joked on the platform that he'll be buying Coca-Cola to put cocaine back in. He'll make the platform maximum fun, he says, but responding to a meme admitted he can't make miracles happen and fix all the ice cream machines in McDonald's. Joking aside, ultimately he says he wants Twitter to be politically neutral, which effectively means upsetting the far right and the far left equally. Well, hurrah to that. But how will he do it? And can he do it? I'm joined now by Sky News Australia presenter Erin Molan and co-founder of Wikipedia, Jimmy Wells. Welcome to both of you. We start with you, Erin, over there in Australia. My first reaction when I heard this, and I'm a Twitter shareholder, so I have a vested interest in it not collapsing, my first reaction was good, because Elon Musk is a maverick billionaire genius, but he believes passionately in free speech.
Isn't it bizarre that you look at someone who's spending $44 billion to buy an asset and that the selling line, the mission statement, so to speak, is, I just want to make everyone absolutely miserable. That is so Twitter. It is so brilliant. Can he do it? I don't know. Is he the right person? I don't know. Not many other people have the kind of money that he has to do it. I like some of the things that he's talking about. At this stage, it is really all head, no beer. There's not much detail in how he'll actually try and achieve all the things he's saying. But I think authenticating humans is a great start. We know that the bots, the spam, the fake accounts are really where the cesspit of Twitter erupts. So I think that's a wonderful thing. The town square as well, I think, is a great concept. But he's also got to realise that town squares, even archaically, are regulated. So it can't just be an absolute free-for-all. You need rules, you need regulations, you need free speech, absolutely, but he needs to also remove the hypocrisy, which I think he's doing.
Yeah, and you say
given
that as
somebody...
obviously
Donald Trump is banned, yet a bloke committing genocide is still on the platform.
Well, exactly. And that's the hypocrisy which has to be eliminated. And you've done some great work in going after trolls, vicious trolls, and getting them made properly accountable, which is one of the things Elon Musk says he'll do. So Jimmy Wells, he said he's going to create a situation where you've got to be identifiable to be on the platform and all of that. You, though, are very sceptical about Musk being an effective owner of Twitter. Why?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a couple of things. So first of all, I mean, you know, one of the most famous and incredibly talented Twitter trolls in history takes over Twitter. What could possibly go wrong? But when we look at his promises about free speech, okay, good, but it's not really clear what that means. This idea of identifying everyone on the platform, though, that's going to be very, very hard, and it does raise a lot of really complicated questions. People are using Twitter as a support group mechanism. They're talking to people in lots of ways that aren't huge and in the public eye with millions of followers. And I think that's a very difficult thing to say, oh, let's not have that anymore.
I mean, it's very hard, isn't it, to regulate any of these things properly? Like, I mean, on your platform, for example, Wikipedia, my eldest son is actually here tonight to watch the show, and he waged a several years-long battle with somebody out there who kept changing my Wikipedia entry on a tiny point, a factual point, to make me the youngest of 4 children when I'm the eldest, which meant every profile that ever occurred about me had me the youngest of 4 kids. And every time my son edited it back, whoever this was changed it back again.
Oh, dear.
How do you... It's a little trivial thing. It doesn't really matter. But all it meant was that when people looked at Wikipedia on my site, they just got a wrong piece of information every time. And that's just a small thing on Wikipedia. How does Elon Musk, do you think, have any kind of regulatory system which allows free speech but doesn't allow the kind of cesspit stuff that we see all day long on it?
Well, so one of the things about Wikipedia is, like, our job is actually a lot easier. We don't say we're a wide open free speech platform. We say we're an encyclopedia, you need reliable sources. I imagine in your case, if Profiles said it, then suddenly there's a bunch of sources that maybe got it from us, and then they print it and we think, oh, the journalists are the sources. And we call it cytogenesis. It's sort of a circular thing that can happen. But in general, we don't allow people to come on and just sort of say whatever random thing is on their mind. And when you do, then you're really into this area of really complicated questions about freedom of expression. You know, how do you determine what's just a snarky comment versus what's actually abusive?
Okay.
There aren't easy answers.
No, none of this is easy, I don't think at all. But I do, Erin, I come back to my initial gut feeling about Elon Musk, is that I like his basic principled position that he wants to enrage the far left and the far right equally, because he wants them all to basically be put back in their box and allow the vast majority of people who are reasonably not extreme at all to have a proper debate and conversation again and not feel that they're being hindered or censored.
Absolutely. And that's what we've managed to do here in Australia with the new laws that we have. And look, the threshold for what would be considered criminal threatening harassment is incredibly high. It's akin to that of the criminal code. And that's what you need in a space like Twitter. You want robust debate. You want people to be able to disagree. You want differences of opinion, regardless of what side of politics you're from, regardless of where you're from in the world. But you cannot have a free-for-all platform where people are allowed to threaten to rape other people's children. You spoke to Sharon Osbourne and you look at the damage that's done. So I would like Elon Musk to not just look at advocating for free speech, which I know it's a mountain that you want to die on and not want to, but that you'd be willing to. It's so important. But he needs to eradicate the crap that has made Twitter just a vile platform.
Well, he does. But by the way, Erin,
I haven't been on Twitter since August last year, and happiest I've been.
Well, it's not just Twitter though. I mean, on Instagram, you know, I've got a police case going through now with somebody somebody made specific death threats to one of my children on his Instagram page. It was in the sort of period of all that Meghan Markle thing on the morning show, and that's still going through the wheels of justice because I just thought, I'm not having that. It's someone making
everything,
death threats
and that's
to my
why
kids.
the laws in Australia are so good and they're world first. Is because they cover everything. It's not about one platform doing something specifically. These are laws that cover every single social media platform, and it makes the online world safer and better for everyone.
Erin, got to leave it there. Great to talk to you. Come back soon, please. Jimmy, thank you so much as well. I'm a huge fan of Wikipedia, by the way.
Absolutely.
Despite my fact that I am actually the oldest
Actually,
of 4
Jimmy,
kids.
could you change my photo? And my Wiki feed rating is low too.
We'll take a look.
None of us could be on
That'd be
TV without
amazing. Thank
Wikipedia,
you.
let's be honest. Jimmy, thank you. Great to talk to you both.